Please state your name and your grade.
I have 3 names. My first name is Glenn Glass, my second name is Nadir Abil, my third name is Awit Borman, depending on which clan you're asking.
Alright, I'm Sabina Bethencourt.
Look, you're gonna have to speak up a little bit.
Alright, I'm Sabina Bethencourt and I'm a senior.
I'm Grace, I'm in the 12th grade.
Tanya Rodriguez, 12th grade.
I'm Leo, I'm in 12th grade.
Mariana, I'm a junior.
Brendan Cassidy, junior.
Patrick, freshman.
Alright, for my first question here, sort of a basic question. Which teacher do you think will be canonized?
Does it have to be a guy?
No, ma'am.
Probably Miss Garrett's.
Miss Garrots. Okay.
Probably Mr. Ruiz. He's been here forever. He's been through a lot. We have put him through a lot, so he deserves it.
Mr. Pulsing.
And explain why.
Wow. He's probably the most patient person in this world. He's really nice and funny, and he teaches math, which takes like a saint to do. Well, in my opinion. But that's like the last thing. I mean, he's really like just, I don't know, saintly personality.
What advice would you give to the upcoming juniors as they enter their senior year? Or advice for the juniors, upcoming seniors. My apologies.
I was gonna say it doesn't make sense. Don't procrastinate. That's a really big one. Like literally just do your work, especially when it comes to thesis. Like do not just wait till like the last month to like figure out what your thesis statement's gonna be, because that's never a good idea.
In the time of a zombie apocalypse, which teacher would you want to be with you through in the thick and thin?
I'm probably going to have to go with either Mr. McCants or Deacon, because I feel like Mr. McCants would be dependable, but you'd also want a clergyman to administer last rites, and I think Deacon's good in extraordinary circumstances. While I could be wrong, don't hold me to that.
That sounds like a pretty good priority you got there.
Yeah.
Let's see. In a time of need, what teacher would you go to? Say in a World War III outbreak.
Wow. I don't know, Mr. Kurtz. He'd probably have a really weird idea that would maybe work, maybe not.
Interesting. Alright, so Leo, how do you feel about Mr. Kurtz's square ties? They bother me.
Really? Like, yeah.
And for what reason?
Well, he doesn't even if he's wearing a tie, he just throws it over his shoulder, so like, what's the point? Like,
seems disrespectful.
It really is, yeah.
Who's ready for some literature? I know, exciting, right? Something doesn't feel right. That's it. Gotta fix this real quick. There we go. Just the way I like it. Alright, who's ready for some literature? Mr. McCullers, could you explain to me what you think about Walden Pond and its relationship to, nature itself?
Well, I think Pharaoh uses nature as something he can use to better himself, kind of like a selfless act towards bettering society.
Why? Why though?
Well, he says he's doing this for a social experiment. Obviously, he's trying to get something in return so he can change.
But that's not the point of it. No. Sorry, Mr. McCullers. When I was little, I really liked ants. And we had like this weird thing in our neighborhood where we got to go to like everybody's houses and we'd kill all these ants. And it was just like this really weird thing because you go into there and you see their aunts and their uncles. And then like, it's kind of like my aunt and uncle who like are, they're like kind of cool, but there's always this weird distance between aunts. Did you ever realize that?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
As you currently know, the United States is in $1 trillion debt. Which senior do you think would be able to get the United States out of that debt?
Probably Glenn.
Glenn Glass?
Probably.
And why would you say that?
I think he would do whatever was necessary to take us out of that debt.
Okay.
Let's see. How about between Glenn Glass and Brendan Schwartz. Who do you think would win a fight?
Gotta say Glenn Glass.
For what reason?
Yeah, he's pretty crazy and strong, and he just win.
So you have to make a choice between sleeping in a big barrel full of mustard every night, or every morning you wake up and there's a rabid raccoon in your room and you have to kill it. So,
Rabid raccoon.
rabid raccoon?
Yeah.
For what reason?
I have weaponry in my room. And a lot of it.
Would you rather sleep in a barrel of ketchup for the rest of your life, or every time you woke up there was a dead dolphin in your kitchen?
What? That's horrible. Do I have to pick one?
Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yeah, go ahead, repeat it.
Would you rather sleep in a barrel of ketchup every day, cold, moist ketchup, or which is contained in a barrel, or would you rather wake up to having a dead dolphin in your kitchen every morning that you would have to excavate?
Well, what if I just cover the dolphin?
You would have a pile of dead dolphins by the end of the week.
What if I just pour out the ketchup before I go to sleep?
You have to sleep in a barrel of ketchup.
I don't know.
Would you rather have to pogo stick everywhere you went or walk backwards?
Definitely walk backwards, because I feel like pogo sticking, I'd probably hurt myself.
Would you rather have to pogo stick everywhere you go, or would you rather have to moonwalk backwards everywhere you go for the rest of your life?
What's a pogo stick?
You excited to graduate?
Sort of. No. Sort of. Yes, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it's different. No, it's not. It's the same. Nope, never mind. False.
Okay. What are your hopes and dreams?
Well, I really want to be a nurse or a psychologist.
So, what are your hopes and dreams?
I don't know.
Doesn't that make you a little bit scared about your future?
No.
You're just gonna wander aimlessly out into college.
No, I know what I want.
Okay, you failed at that question. We'll go to the next one.
What are your hopes and dreams? I hope to be really rich and have a big house with comfy sofas, big TVs, and food.
Okay.
Out of all your classes of all 4 years, which one do you think has taught you the most?
Probably lunch.
Ryda, you're late.
Sorry.
No excuses. Guys, I've been over this before. You're late to class, there's consequences. So what I need for you to do tomorrow is a 10-page paper about how PlayStation 3 achieved commercial success in its debut, despite the fact that the Wii and the Xbox were cheaper. Alright? I'll need this done in 3 languages, my favorites, Latin, Greek, and Aramaic, and I'll need to do tomorrow. And guys, I don't mean to be harsh, but this is pretty fair, right? I mean, anyways. Okay, guys, we're gonna go over some Latin vocabulary. Our word today is philia. Now, Miss Parente, can you give me the correct case of this noun?
I believe that's genitive.
Wrong! This right here is dative. An A-E at the end. Guys, I mean, how prepared were you guys for Latin 4? I mean, honestly, y'all took those quizzes in Latin 1, 2, and 3, and then, I mean, this is unacceptable. This is a dative. I mean, where can I draw the line? Honestly, I just, you know what? 20 lines of homework tonight for you. I don't understand. I mean, I try to teach these kids everything and they just don't get it. Honestly, I'd rather be at my house playing my Wii and my PS3 and my Xbox and my GameCube and my Game Boy and my Nintendo DS, yes.
So, Ms. Reynolds, who was the 5th Pope of the Catholic Church?
I don't
You don't know. You don't remember this person. What does that say? What is that? You can't see that. Mr. Reynolds, I know you read this 3 months ago, but when you're in college, they're gonna be testing on this stuff. No, I don't want to be teaching this. I'd much rather be just sitting at home with my wife reading Lord of the Rings. I mean, I carry it everywhere. I love it. That reminds me, my wife did it. She was like, Sean, can we have another kitten? I'm like, love you, come on, we have 5 already. She's like, Sean, please, look how cute it is. And look at this. And I'm like, all right, we'll have another one. So, turned out they were twins. You gotta take them both. So, I have like 8 cats now, and yeah, there's basically a litter box everywhere, and I don't really have a couch anymore, but I still watch football games. It's okay. But anyways, 5th Pope. You have to know this. I know it was a year ago. Doesn't matter. In college, you're gonna need to know that. When those liberals are out there, and you don't know your Bible, because these Catholics these days, no, not even know your Bibles. When I was a kid, my mother, I couldn't have ice cream for a week until I read the entire New Testament and recited it in both Latin and English. And I went to my wife again. She's like, Sean, how do you know all this stuff? I'm like, well, I studied it. She's like, Sean, in Australia, we don't do that. Why do you do that? I'm like, I don't know, it's just this weird culture, but I took it out back. She got sort of ticked off because she hates people making fun of bananas on the bobby, but anyways. I just don't understand. I assign 300 pages a night and they complain. When they go to college, it's going to be at least double that. When I go home and play with my cats, they don't complain. Like, I don't understand. My Australian wife's yelling at me. Do I care that I'm eating McDonald's? No. It's fine. She can deal with it. No, not really, actually. She punished me a lot, and I can't play with the cats anymore. But anyways, children complain way too much today.
Okay. Sorry about that disruption. I was just returning from weightlifting. That's what I do. Hi, I'm Mr. Decker, if you guys don't already know. So today we're going to touch on God and his ontological being. Is he all actuality or all potentiality? It was funny, my kids, they're so cute. They were playing with our neighbor's cat the other day, and my youngest daughter asked, Daddy, what happens to the cat when it dies? And I said to her, nothing. For it has no soul, intellect, or free will. None of you find this interesting? Okay. For your reward, you will have to write a 3-page reflection on Plato's Laws in less than 15 minutes. In absolute silence. I don't want any talking. Okay. I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna read my book here. So, no silence, no distractions. Okay. I had a sore workout yesterday. Man, don't you hate that when like you have a ligament right here that just really hurts? Yeah, that's going on right now. I can do this. I can do this. That feels sexy in here. You have a problem, Miss Bettencourt?
Yeah, it's so cold in here. Can you turn it up?
Is that because of your Venezuelan origins? Or rather, actually, let me give you a story. These shoes that I stand in today, I was in these shoes since the day I was born. This is not a joke. I was in these shoes when I walked across the Saharan desert. I was in these shoes when I witnessed Thomas Jefferson sign the Declaration of Independence. These shoes, I stood as I rode Napoleon's horse. These shoes have been with me my entire life, and you're telling me that I should turn up the thermostat? No. What am I thinking when I'm in class, when my students are looking up to me and looking at me, and being the Dean of Studies in this gold standard college preparatory school? You know, our SAT score, it's pretty high. We do what we can. The classroom is like a Chuck E. Cheese, if you think about it. Past the metaphysical, realm, you have this void of chaos. Yet there's this hierarchy of good, and that's where I can unite. There's people going around trying their own thing, but life is like a Chuck E. Cheese. So. All right, real quick, before everyone leaves, what was I gonna say again? Oh, that's right. So there's a fire in the other building, but just a quick note before that, and I know the lunch bell has rung, and you guys all want to go to lunch, but just a quick note. Just the priesthood, and just thinking about that, and it's a beautiful thing. From the NC State school design perspective, like the priesthood is one of the more perfected vocations that you can have. And before you guys go, real quick, just one more quick note. I'm gonna read the entire book of Genesis real quick. In the beginning, God created. Okay, that's good.
Lay. Sir. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when it comes up, the show goes on. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when it comes up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through they teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they see, that's how that Chi-Town made me. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up, when times is hard you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us,